Welcome to the very first episode of the Sega Newscast, the newest feature at SegaNerds.com. The Sega Newscast will be the only place you'll need to go every Friday night to know all that's going on in the world of Sega. We'll be giving you the Sega news throughout the week, showing you new screens and videos, and even bringing you exclusive interviews with Sega developers that you won't get anywhere else. Trust us, the Sega Newscast is definitely one show you will not want to miss. Now let's get on with the news. Happy birthday, Sonic the Hedgehog. On June 23rd, Sonic turned 17 years old. That's right, a little blue hedgehog first appeared on the Sega Genesis in 1991 and captured gamers' hearts throughout the world. Since then, Sonic has starred in more than 20 games and appeared in several other titles, most recently joining the fight in Nintendo's Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Sonic will next appear in the BioWare-developed RPG Sonic Chronicles for the Nintendo DS and the multi-platform Sonic universe. Next up, a bit of bad news. For those unfortunate souls who ventured into theaters to watch Uwe Boll's House of the Dead, we have some bad news for you. The world's worst director is re-editing the film in hopes of creating a comical version. Titled House of the Dead, the funny version, it will include new dialogue, commentary, and more animation from the games. This new and possibly more disturbing version of House of the Dead is scheduled to be released on DVD September 9th, an anniversary all Sega nerds hold near and dear to their hearts. In slightly less disturbing news, famed Nintendo god Shigeru Miyamoto may have inadvertently sparked off another world war between Sega nerds and Nintendo fans when he had this to say about Nintendo's quality control in an interview with Wired magazine. I'm always instructing my game designers on the history of characters and worlds we've created. Often we're in development and I'll say, oh, this looks like a Sega game. We need to make it look more like Mario. While many Sega nerds take that as a direct slap in Sega's face, the more objective and level-headed of us see it as more of an issue of style. We believe Miyamoto was trying to say that he has to ensure every Nintendo-developed game looks and feels like a Nintendo game, not like a competitor's, especially such a mighty one as Sega. So you see, he may have been giving Sega more of a compliment than you originally thought. Let's move on to some good news, shall we? It appears that Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games sees no reason to slow down in the United Kingdom, as the Wii title captured the 6th spot in last week's UK sales charts. While that's certainly news to brighten the day of any Sega nerd, the Incredible Hulk disappointingly placed in the 36th spot. It's hard not to believe Sega had much loftier expectations for the Marvel game, especially when it had the help of a blockbuster motion picture behind it. Other Sega titles to make the top 40 were the Iron Man at the 21st spot, Sega Superstars Tennis at the 25th spot, Football Manager 2008 at 29, and Sonic and the Secret Rings at 37. It looks like Nintendo wasn't done with causing Sega headaches this week when the once rival company released its Summer DS schedule and included Sonic Unleashed on the list, which is certainly news to us. After Videogamer.com published a story, Sega quickly clarified that Sonic's newest title is not in development for Nintendo's handheld and will only be released on the PlayStation 2 and 3 and the Xbox 360. Additionally, Nintendo listed Beijing 2008 as heading to the Nintendo Wii, but Sega also said that there won't be a remote wagging version for the Olympic title. I guess Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is selling well enough that Sega doesn't need another Olympic title on the platform. Now let's take a look at some of the most recently released Sega videos.
Sega. Rated E for everyone. Rated E for everyone.
That's going to do it for this week's Sega Newscast, and we hope you enjoyed our very first episode. Be sure to be back next Friday when we journey back into the world of Sega and fish out all the news you can handle.